Alright, hello, welcome back to my channel, everybody. I am T of Tea Tree, that's me. I am your local friendly neighborhood tarot reader. And just for clarification, my pronouns are they, them. If you don't like that, you can get off my channel. And yeah, I'm gonna do the Scorpio readings today for June, and if you resonate, please let me know down in the comments. If you don't, I hope you at least enjoyed the video. So I went ahead and already pulled the oracle cards for June for Scorpios. The oracle cards just give the overview or the general reading, general energy for June that you guys will be experiencing. And just to let you know, for Scorpios, it'll be a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, maybe even Venus sign if could resonate with this message. So at first I got boundaries when I pulled it, and then I got the milk and honey. And for boundaries, it says, boundaries are sewn into the parts of who you are, for they are not to be crossed. And then milk and butter, it says, like the silk off one's flesh, I am the giver, I am your eternal. Just based on those two cards alone, I can definitely say that you guys are probably experiencing a very push and pull kind of relationship right now. That could be a push-pull in a friendship, a relationship. It could be a push-pull in like a career. It could be a push-pull anywhere, but right now it feels like you are overgiving in one area of your life, and you need to instill some kind of boundaries, because if you're overgiving, that means you're overgiving from an empty cup. So you need to dial it back and put boundaries in place so that you are not living up to the expectations of all these other people and making yourself unhappy at the same time. You know, we don't want to be people pleasers. We want to do things out of the kindness of our own heart, of course. But if you're only doing it to please others and not to, because it comes from the generosity of your own heart and the energy that you already have, like it has to come from a good place in here and not because you feel expected to do something. So yeah, just based off those two cards alone, I could say if you're a people pleaser, maybe learn to dial it back, maybe learn to fill your own cup, learn to make choices just based off you and you alone. And if you're in a relationship where you feel like you are overgiving, maybe you need to put boundaries in place with that person. Just, I don't know, whatever the situation calls for, which we're about to find out with the tarot cards. All right, Spirit. This is for the Scorpio sun, moon, rising. Please let me know more about this general theme for Scorpios. What's happening in June for the Scorpios? What's happening in June for the Scorpios? Reverse Lovers card. Ooh, Queen of Cups at the bottom. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. I'm gonna clarify something real quick. You got the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles here. The Lover's card in reverse. All right, to me, because you also have the Seven of Cups in reverse. You've got Queen of Cups at the bottom, so it's definitely going to be an emotional month for you guys. I feel as though there's going to be, it's definitely a relationship between you and somebody else, somebody represented by the Knight of Pentacles, and the other one represented by the King of Pentacles. You can see. Okay. So to me, it seems like you're having trouble communicating your feelings with this person, and it seems a lot of it might be quite action-based. And because of the reverse Lovers card, I'm getting the feeling that you both might be harboring some kind of unspoken feelings here, but neither of you know exactly how to proceed with that. And let's get more information here. because you have the Seven of Cups in reverse, and I usually get that when there's so much going on in your head. There's so many different options that you could take here. Like, could you tell them? Could you not tell them? What would happen if I did? What would happen if I didn't? Am I able to move on? I'm getting that kind of like emotional energy here. Like, there's so many different options, or maybe it's between multiple people. Like, maybe this one is your favorite one and you're still thinking about other people as well. You are unable to make a choice here, but let's see. An emotional choice. Please tell me a little bit more in detail about this situation here in June. Three of Cups in reverse. This could be... Ooh. Okay. This could also be a situation, somewhat of a third-party situation. You've got a reverse Three of Cups that came out, and the Justice card in reverse, along with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And it seems like you guys are having trouble starting or even developing a foundational relationship going forward because of the lack of communication here. But it seems it's because I want to say it was a third-party situation, because every time I get the Three of Cups, some other third person was involved, whether you know or not. And I think that person or that situation that is adding that third party is haunting the narrative, honestly. If you're a book lover, you know what that means. But pretty much, like, this third person probably has influenced the relationship in a way where one person doesn't know where to lean. And in Scorpios, I'm getting the feeling it might be you. You don't know which way to lean, or maybe this person in reverse. I'm getting the feeling that because of the past, maybe you didn't act correctly, maybe you didn't act in your best judgment, you fear what is to come with this new person, and it's hard for you to start your future on a shaky foundation if you're holding back a lot. And yes, feelings are there, but relationships also take stability, it takes trust, it takes so many other things, it takes effort. And I feel like there's both of you guys seem to have the effort to want to do that, but there's also somebody here that is so afraid of repeating the past that not repeating the past, but having the same relationships that they've already been through, and maybe they haven't fully unlearned how to not recreate those cycles. Let's see here. Anything else you can tell me on this situation before we get into the advice here? A lot of the fears that are controlling this relationship, I got the Eight of Swords upright. Somebody here is holding on to the fears that may or may not be true about themselves or even about the relationship. Someone could just be afraid to move forward. Someone could just be telling themselves that they're not good enough, they're not worthy, they don't make enough money. And it's in Pentacles, which is why I say that. Like, maybe they're like, oh, I don't make enough financially, or this person makes so much more than me, why would they want to be with me? Like, I get a lot of clouded feelings going on about this, but I also feel like communication is key here. A lot of it is mental chatter, and I don't say that to be dismissive. I say that to say, like, you can't really tell what the other person is thinking, and the only way you can is to go communicate with them. And I feel like that's the only way to turn this Three of Pentacles back around, is to establish some kind of foundation of trust, and to really let yourself see a new possibility, and to let go of what happened so you can experience what could be. Anything else, Spirit? Page of Swords. Maybe an apology is due here somewhere. Yeah, you got Five of Swords and Page of Swords. So somebody here feels like they deserve an apology, or maybe they feel like they need to apologize. If that is what it takes, that's probably, okay. Yes, I need water, hold on. Got it. Someone definitely feels like they're owed an apology here, and that could be where the push and pull is coming from. Maybe one person is a little bit more closed off because they feel like what had happened in the past, or an action that you had done or maybe this is you, to where you feel like you are owed a little extra effort in repairing. Five of Swords is usually when there's been a situation where words were said and they were hurtful, and maybe they meant it, maybe they didn't, but that's what happened. And then you also got the Page of Swords, which can represent apologies, recreating or starting conversations and things like that. So if this is you and you feel as though you are deserved an apology because of what you did, of what somebody else did to you, you know, it's that push and pull. Maybe you do deserve that apology, and I think you should lay down the law in the way that feels good for you. If you feel like this isn't a relationship that you would like to salvage, then you don't have to. You know, you can put up your walls. You can you know, put up your boundaries and say, you know what, I don't like the way that I'm being treated. I don't think I'm getting enough effort here. And if this person is not listening to you, then you are more than welcome to leave. On the flip side, if you were the person that you feel like should be apologizing, I think you would have a lot of luck in that area if you did apologize, because this person does want to repair with you and maybe even get some things off their chest, but they seem afraid. In a way, they probably see you as having more confidence, maybe a little bit more power and authority, so they kind of feel like you should come to them, is what I'm getting, just because it's like Knight of Pentacles and then the King of Pentacles next to each other. So they kind of feel like maybe you're like better than them in some way, and like they're in their heads like, why would this person even try with me? You know, people think that way, and it can cloud their judgment a lot. And so maybe if you would like to, you could reach out to this person and say what you need to say, and hopefully you guys can reach that repairment. All right. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna get into some good stuff. Let's see what we're accomplishing in June. What are the Scorpios accomplishing in June, please? What are the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising accomplishing in June? Okay. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords. Ooh. 6 of Cups, the Moon, and the Hanged One. The accomplishments in June. All right. You got 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this tells me that you are at a standstill in June. Could be emotionally, could be in your actual life. You got the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, along with the Devil card, the 8 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, the Moon, the 6 of Cups, and the Hanged One in reverse. A lot of Piscean energy here, a lot of emotions going around. So this is pretty much telling me that you are not feeling like your efforts are paying off. And because the Devil card and the 9 of Pentacles are here, I feel like you're trying to escape something that is bothering you in a way that's not helpful, because you are full of 10 of Wands energy, 8 of Swords in the Moon, also 6 of Cups. You are diving deep on your childhood, and not your childhood per se, but you're diving deep on the past, and you are being reminded of all of your triggers, your traumas, the things that you used to go back on, the trauma responses that you used to go back to. And I feel like with the 9 of Pentacles, you're kind of in this space where you feel like, I'm in probably one of the best areas of my life, but I feel so much emotional turmoil, and you're learning how to move on and heal from that. You're in this space where Spirit is asking you to slow down and to focus on your internal world, and not in like an obsessive way, not in a way that beats yourself up because of things that you've done in your past or the things that you continue to do. Like, we all have our triggers, and they do come out with other people a lot. So maybe the situation that you were in, you didn't act the way that you wanted to. Maybe you feel like you went back. Maybe you went back to that old version of you that you thought you would never be again. But Spirit's just asking you to take a pause, take a deep breath, and realize like you're still not that person. You can relapse and still move forward. Like, sometimes the only way to heal a trigger is to face it, and sometimes other people bring that out of you. So what you decide to do with that is completely up to you. You can decide to move past it, accept it, and you can choose to do better and learn how to control it for next time. Or you can just delve in it and obsess over it and act in the way that your past version would have. And everybody has free will. You can do what you want, but I think Spirit has a higher purpose for you and knows that you are capable of handling that and moving forward in the way that you deem the best. And then not only that, I feel like you've had a lot of growth, and you have to give yourself credit for that too. You've grown a lot. You don't have to be that past version of yourself. You got King of Swords, reverse 5 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords with the Fool card at the bottom. I was just asking for more details. Scorpios, I think you're finally entering a space where you're not afraid to say how you feel. And I think you want to attract other people who are not afraid of saying how they feel. And maybe you're tired of holding in all of your passion and your energy on the inside, because that's what you guys are. You're very passionate people. I think Spirit's telling you to do what you want, like do the Fool card, leap if you feel like you need to leap, repair if you feel like you need to repair, or move on if you feel like that's what you want to do. But don't keep chasing this person who is going to push and pull and not be honest with their feelings, if that's what you required and that is what you want. You're moving on. It looks, because of the 6 of Swords, I know that you want to move on and heal as a person. You want to continue to elevate. So you have to continue to make choices that elevate you, and that includes leaving the people, judgments, expectations, and all that other stuff who does not align with that elevation in the past, and being okay with letting that go. And you know what? Those are the boundaries that you can instill with other people. You don't have to let people into your life that you don't want into your life, especially if they just cause you emotional distress all of the time. It makes you like not feel emotionally stable. It doesn't give you that emotional security. You don't have to be around people like that, and that includes friends, family, relationships, and all that other good stuff. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this message. Thank you. If you enjoyed, please leave a comment, like this video, share it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.